Hey everyone, SweetJohnnyCage here. Welcome back to part 49 of the Elden Ring full playthrough walkthrough. In this section of the walkthrough, we are going to make our way into the Haligtree and up until the first boss of the Haligtree. In order to do that, we need to go through the Liturgical Town, which is located right here, in the Consecrated Snowfield. If you do not have access to the Consecrated Snowfield, you need to first get the Haligtree Secret Medallion, both halves of it. One half can be found in Castle Sol in the mountaintops of the Giants, and then the other can be found way back in the village of the Albanorex in Liurnia of the Lakes. Once you have that, go to the Grand Lift of Rold, and then you'll be able to access the Consecrated Snowfield. Okay, so start up by going to the Apostate Derelict. I should show you my stats as well, sorry. Also, heads up, you probably can't hear it, but it's 4th of July at 9:30 at night, so fireworks are blasting right now. But I'm kind of in the mood to just get this walkthrough done, so that's why we're here. Okay, so I have a Rivers of Blood plus 10 as my weapon, and then I need to re-equip a bow. That'll help a good deal. Any bow will do you. Oh, okay. I have a brass shield leveled up to plus 20. The brass shield, specifically having a shield that is leveled up, will come in handy for the final boss of the Haligtree. Not so much for the first one. I have the Briar Helm, Assassin's Crimson Dagger, Blessed Dew Talisman, Erdtree's Favor plus 1, and the Gold Scarab, and 14 flasks of Crimson Tears leveled up to plus 12. Flask of Wondrous Physic with, for now, a Purifying Crystal tier and the Opaline Bubble tier, but I'm going to drop out that Purifying Crystal tier. Then I have Black Knife Teak leveled up to plus 10. Yeah, since we killed Mog last time, I no longer need that. Okay, very good. So the reason that we start here is because there are a couple of treasures that I missed that I would like to grab. Anything up here? Negative. Okay. So there are a couple of, excuse me, a couple of treasures here. And there's going to be another one up on the ledge here. Actually, two, I think. One, two. Perfect. Okay. So, our destination is the Liturgical Town, which is up here. And what I recommend doing is, instead of using a beast repellent torch, go ahead and equip the Sentry's Torch. The Sentry's Torch will allow you to see assassins, or really any cloaked enemy. And with a cloaked enemy, they will make your life a living hell. So, we don't want to deal with that. I was like, who's that? Okay, up here. And then, welcome to Ordina, the Liturgical Town. So, what we're going to do is we're just going to come in here and then activate the Site of Grace. And then the puzzle of Ordina actually takes place back here. However, before we get started on the puzzle, what we're going to do is we're going to come through here and then pick up the Black Knife set. So this is the armor set of the Black Knife Assassins. Hood used by the Black Knife Assassins. The assassins that carried out the deeds of the Knight of Black Knives were all women and rumored to be Newmen, who had close ties with Marika herself. Scale armor used by the Black Knife assassins, forged to make no sound. Traces of power yet remain in its concealing veil, which muffles the sound of footsteps. The assassins that carried out... Right, okay. There you go. So if you wear that armor, you don't make any footsteps, you don't make any sound. Much easier to sneak up on enemies. However, we are not as interested. Okay, so in order to complete this puzzle, we need to activate some torches. Braziers, really. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around the city looking for a couple of ladders. Okay, so there's one here. We're literally just going to mark these on our map, okay? And then what's going to happen is we're going to, find these ladders. We're going to climb up them. They're going to lead to steeples. And then within the steeples, we can light the braziers. However, while we're here, there's nothing to do. That's because the puzzle takes place, I don't want to say in another dimension, but something like it. Okay, so that's one. This is 2. Oops. That'll bring us over here. No? Okay, how do we get over there then? This one leads us here. That's fine. How do we get over to that one? Trust me, I know it may seem weird that I'm doing this, but doing the prep work really pays off. If nothing else, it just gets you familiar with the area. Oh, okay, we go through here. Got it. Perfect. Great. So once you're ready, you want to go... Oopsie daisy. Once you're ready, we gotta go all the way around, seriously. You want to head back through the main path. God, this place is fucking bright. Sweet Jesus. Okay. And then this is 4 right here. Cool. Great. So if we attempt to go over here, we're going to run into a seal. Looks like a bewitching branch. It says held shut by a seal. So we need to break the seal. And in order to do that, we want to enter the Everjail. And the hint says, light the 4 figures in the Everjail. Okay. If you've ever wanted to farm for Black Knife Assassin gear, or whatever, in case you have some sort of lore reason that you want to kill them all, now's the time. You need to be kind of careful, though, because on the rooftops, there will be archers. Yep. See, if we did not have the sentry torch equipped, we wouldn't be able to see this. This thing would be causing all sorts of havoc for us. But luckily we do. Great, so that's one. Many of them drop, I think maybe all of them drop Glovewort. Either way, there's a lot of them skulking around. I think there's like 5 or 6. And even with the torch out, you kind of can't see them until they're close to you. Generally, though, they will be running toward you. The good news is that none of them are on the rooftops. So, like, once you're on the roof, you're kind of safe from the assassins, but you are certainly not safe from the archers. All right, there's one. So you can see an archer over there. They shoot rapid fire, so it can be a little tough to make the jumps required. Once you need to walk on a rooftop or on a perch, I recommend untargeting. This way you don't end up falling off. Nice. Okay. I'm going to call that a win. Right. Forgot about the second one. Wow. Aggressive. Okay. Whoa. What the hell's happening to my game? What? I manually quit, but I have never seen that happen. What was that? That was very weird. Son of a bitch, it took me out of the ever jail. God. Okay. I think the first one stays lit. Man, I truthfully have no idea. I gotta get back up there anyway. That was legitimately the weirdest thing. Sucks because they respawned. Okay, well that's one. We'll start over. That was almost horribly mistimed. Okay, let's try this again. What? That one stayed dead? All right, whatever, I'll take it. Why not? All right. 2. Over there and then on the ground. Okay. We're going to run into another assassin here. Right down here. Hello, dearie. I always mistime that. It's funny, they don't take much damage from backstabs, which is funny as assassins. It makes sense. Like, they're the ones who do the backstabbing. Yeah, it's a good way to farm level 9 Ghost Glovewort. Anyway. This is 3. And if you like, you can kind of go hunting for them. As long as you have a sentry torch out, you'll be okay. Well, not that you'll be okay, but you'll at least know where they are. Like, they won't be able to sneak up on you. I could have sworn there was more in the snow here. All right, let's go get the final one. So this is where we just were. This was the third one. Okay. Number 4. All right. And then it says a seal was broken in town. And then we get kicked back to normal. Okay. with this, we can now take this teleporter, which will take us through the mountains. Welcome to Miquella's Haligtree. Highly recommend that you stop at the site of grace and actually rest at it. However, while this isn't as bad as the Salt Fort site of grace from Dark Souls 2, it's not exactly a completely safe site of grace, meaning like you can still die at it because these enemies patrol around and their bubbles can sometimes hit you. The name of the game here is to make it down the tree. Now, one thing that I want to mention is this is where we found the half of the secret medallion. Should be right there. Maybe it's not totally accurate. We'll check it out when we get to that side. If you recall, when we got the secret medallion, we were able to look down at the Haligtree. I pointed it out. Be a little disappointing if it wasn't totally accurate. Generally, these games are kind of perfect in that regard. Well, I guess not. That's okay. All right, these platforms are incredibly precarious, so it's very important that you really pay attention to where you're going. Sometimes it is better to sort of just run. Not necessarily run, but to just attempt to not be, like, literally hanging out on a branch. If you can manage to help yourself in that regard, things will get a decent amount easier. Also, a lot of these enemies may seem like not a threat because they're, you know, playing the trumpet into the distance or whatever. Believe me, things can get kind of spicy here, so you need to be careful. Case in point. Yeah, you need to be very confident in your movements. I was deliberately not rolling there. God. It's okay. Because now it's daytime, and it's all beautiful. Oh, hello. Okay, we're going to do this one a little differently. Oh my god. Okay, he's dead. We're going to test this out with a rainbow stone just because that hint has me a little spooked. Glad I did that. Alright, so the flowers here spread scarlet rot. You need to be very careful when dealing with them. If you have the ability to, create preserving boluses. Alright, dealing with 2 ants at the same time, less than ideal. You'll notice that the ants here on the Haligtree are a lot more aggressive and can deal a ton more damage than the ones you may have run into down in Ainsel River. Whoops. We're getting a little spicy here. It actually helped me out. Great. My beloved. I don't even know what this sounds like. I wish you could meet Prattling Pate in this game. Because in Dark Souls 1, the carvings were made by Hawkeye Goff. And you meet him as he's making them. And Pate was a character in Dark Souls 2, mild-mannered Pate, voiced by Peter Serafinowicz, the sommelier from John Wick 2. Probably what a lot of folks know him from. Yep. Still gotta be careful of the ant spit. Alright. We have a big chunker over here. Alright, we got a big boy. So... Ow. Wow, just enough mana too. Get the Envoy crown. The soft bundle worn on the head. So the soft bundle worn on the head of the Oracle Envoys, densely wrapped in several layers of cloth, raises the potency of bubble-based skills. No one knows what the cloth hides, but some claim to have heard a faint whimpering from the inside. It must have been their imagination. Probably not. Okay. Really should have geared up with a mana potion here. I can't tell if there's fireworks on my roof or if they're just overhead. My building doesn't have roof access. Not that that's ever stopped anybody, but... it's dangerous. I think this goes right back to the site of grace. More or less, yeah. Okay. Cool. Whoa. Didn't mean that. All right, that indicates we've got a big flower here. My hands are sweating up here. Okay. Go ahead and equip preserving boluses. Because you don't want to start having to deal with a ton of scarlet rot while you're up here. I think it's just leaking scarlet rot. Should be getting the riposte soon. Well, the bleed, at least. Okay. That wasn't good. Okay. All right, so everything on the branches is dead. However, we are not exactly safe just yet. You'll notice that this Oracle Envoy here has a really interesting horn. And that's because it can do some pretty ferocious shit with it. And it's already starting. I waited a second too long. The Haligtree really is beautiful. It sucks that everything here is trying to kill you, but it's, to me, it's one of the prettiest areas in the whole game. Everything is inflicted with scarlet rot, but it's still living somehow. It's like persevering. I think that's good. I think that's a Good thing to show. Whoa, how didn't I die just there? Alright, let's try this again. Thing sounds like it's dealing quad damage. That might actually be the quad damage sound from Quake. Okay. The only other time that we've seen this statue so far in the game, at least from what I can remember, is way back in Altus Plateau, right here, where we found the Amber Starlight Shard, or the Amber Light Shard, right there. And the Amber Light Shard is what Celovus needed in order to attempt to turn Ronnie into a puppet. I'm not going to do this, but I just want to see. Yeah. Interesting. I don't know what you would need that for. All right. Let's go this way. Oh, Blood Flame did it. I was like, what just set it on fire? Interesting. I didn't know Blood Flame could set these things on fire. Cool. Actually, you know what? Maybe it is accurate. It sort of looks like it's going through it. All right. Let's come up here. Oh man, we got the full Monty up here. Jesus. Quad damage. this. Whoa, that was an input buffer. Oracle Envoy Ashes. I don't think I ever actually have gotten this. Ashen remains in which spirits HL used to summon the spirit of four. Okay. Spirits of a monstrous band of musicians who employ sacred arts. It is said that when Oracle envoys appear playing their pipes, they do so to herald the arrival of a new god or a new age. Wow, I don't think I got that because I did not know that fact. Okay. So there's some items on this branch that we did not get because we kind of... Oh, Jesus Christmas. Oh, my God. Anyway. This is the branch that we jumped off of. I'm just going to have to deal with this, aren't I? It's fine, whatever. Okay. Music here is very good too. Very somber. All right, I want to see where we drop onto here. Although, truth be told, I think we should take the elevator first. I mean, there's a site of grace down here, so it doesn't really matter. It'll be interesting to see, though. Okay. Interesting. Oh, no, actually, that's a different elevator. Oh, so it's not an elevator at all that we would take down. Okay. Very good. Very good. This is the big branch. Cool. All right. Cool. Cool, 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 cool. All right. Ooh. It's 55 dex cap, right? 55, yep. And what's endurance? 60? $50. Okay, let's just start doing arcane. All right. So this is the Haligtree Town side of grace. One thing I want to point out, I just noticed this just now. This candlestick looks like the ones that you interact with throughout the world, and then it summons a ghost that that guides you somewhere. Not sure if that's deliberate. Anyway, the Haligtree is home to basically everything that society wishes didn't exist. Whether that's the misbegotten, the Albinoric. Really, anything. Climbing this ladder, we're going to get ambushed. By mushroom people. There was 2 in there? What? I don't think they can climb ladders. No. Alright, there's a Leonine Misbegotten here. Gonna yoke him up real quick. Well, at least try to. Wrong item. He went yawed on that one. Right, to... For the love of God. All I was trying to do is stop two-handing. I hate these things. I hate them because they make me panic. Like, they all do the same thing. They delay their swings, which is smart. Like, they fight very intelligently. But it makes dealing with them annoying. Thank God. Alright, we get the Pearl Drake Talisman +2. Pearl Drake Talisman increases all resistances. Non-physical damage resistances. Excuse me. Talisman depicting a trio of pearlescent ancient dragons vastly boosts non-physical damage negation. The ancient dragons, who ruled in the prehistoric era before the Erdtree, would protect their lord as a wall of living rock. And so, it is the shape of the dragon that has become symbolic of all manner of protections. Okay. So, throughout the Haligtree, you kind of get a choice of what paths you want to take. No one is necessarily easier than the other. You're generally always going to be mobbed. Or at the very least, outnumbered. And I really can't believe I'm back here. Truly, I'm not kidding. I can't believe I'm back here. I remember when I first got here, I was just in awe of this place. I still am in some ways. Come on. The thing that I find truly awesome about the Haligtree is that it's one of the first great mysteries in the game. Albus gives you the Haligtree Secret Medallion so early in the grand scheme of things, like maybe 30 hours into the game, your first time through. And then here you are. Probably, if this is your first time through the game, over 100 hours in. And you're just getting in. That, to me, is awesome. It's one of the first mysteries of the game, and one of the last ones to be solved. Wow. So I realize I skipped the Leon and Misbegotten. It's because this is here. Just in case we die to it. Just in case. Thank God. Yet another ancient dragon smithing stone. I swear, they hand them out like candy at the end of the game. Which is cool. I think it's nice. But it is funny. Oh, boy. Alright, I hope we don't get, like, totally jumped by this guy. Although, he is at the top of the ladder, so... Jesus. Swear to God, I just don't know the timing of these guys. I hate you. I hate him. I absolutely hate him. Now the problem is that the Leonine Misbegotten are not kill once enemies. So that means we got to do this the other way. I knew he fell. Oh, there goes 130,000 souls. Jesus. Cheese and rice. I don't even know why I'm doing this. I guess just to show you how. Huh. Okay. So, believe it or not, this is a shortcut. So the side of grace that we lit before is just above us now. Right there. One of the many reasons I like the Haligtree. So actually, let's do this. All right. Equip a strike weapon, because we're going to deal with some Crystallian now. I believe there are 3 of them. I forgot they were summoned by snails. I really, truly forgot that. Third one right here. Groovy. God, place is stressful. So I'll tell you a little story as we make our way through here. The first time I came to the Haligtree, I worried how this walkthrough was going to work. I worried about coming here. And normally, I go through, my playthroughs without summoning, without really using items or anything like that. I don't, rely on special builds. But when it comes to Elden Ring specifically, well, I try not to, do the cheap shit. I set out with this playthrough knowing that I needed to make it as easy as possible on myself. In the Haligtree specifically, sorry. I knew that I needed to make the Haligtree easy. Not necessarily easy, but just passable. Like, I needed to know that I could get through it and show somebody how to do it. So this is truly the part of the walkthrough that I have been somewhat worried about. Just really not knowing how it was going to go. Just knowing that it was going to be difficult. So if I seem quiet, it's because I'm trying to concentrate, but also it's just have like a lot of memories sort of flooding back of playing a lot of this on stream here in the Haligtree. I didn't stream most of my playthrough. But when it came to the Haligtree, for some reason I just started streaming, and that helped my channel grow a decent amount. And I realize we are approaching an hour on this video. Don't worry, we are near the boss. It may take like another 20 minutes to get to it, but we'll be okay. Oof, just made it. The Viridian Amber Medallion +2. There you go. Oh, hello. Sorry I missed you. There's going to be one that creeps up behind us. Really? Survived with one. Okay. So we have some battle mages over there. We're not going to deal with them just yet. Instead, we're going to backtrack a smidge. Okay. I heard him, and then all I saw was feet in the air. Okay. So, we have some battle mages. This is like the last challenge before the boss. However, we can do this. Never mind. That is not the shortcut you think it is. All right. So that right there, to the left, that is the boss arena. And then this is a lift that will take you back to the entrance. So what we can attempt to do is rush it. Bro, like, I don't understand like why everything in this game is trying to take you to the show, and everything's trying to like headbang. Pardon language, I really fucked this up. Okay. Hopefully that doesn't reach me. All right. Welcome back to the start. I really wasn't joking when I said that, like, the optional endgame areas of Elden Ring dial it up to 15. All right, let's try this again. From this angle, it's a lot easier. No joke. Because they're automatically, like, walking away from you. So. Oh my god. I love it when the Briar armor kills something. It never gets old. All right. Okay. So, believe it or not, the boss here is somebody that we have fought before, except we fought her shade. This is Loretta, Knight of the Haligtree. But we've already fought her. It's literally the same fight from Caria Manor, except she has a second phase similar to the other one, but she just gets some additional moves. But it's same fight. Very Tree Sentinel-esque. I love that move. This is easy to dodge. It looks scarier than it really is. And then even in phase 2, when she does multiple, it's really not that bad at all. Alright, phase 2 incoming. Oh, that was a sick bleed. She gets a whole lot more daggers. Basically, all of her spells just kind of get dialed up. Her physical attacks are mostly the same. When you see her doing, like, big twirls, she's just summoning the daggers. It's nothing to really worry about. Alright, so for this, it's the same thing. It's the same dodge, same timing. It just has 3 arrows. And those 3 arrows move in an arc. Really not a big deal. Yeah. Real flashy. Whoa, rolled too soon. Forward stab. Summon. Yeah, shouldn't have done that. Regain stamina. Arrows. That's it. They basically collide with the floor almost guaranteed, so just gotta watch. There you go. It's Loretta. It's basically the same fight. Okay. So you get Loretta's Mastery and Loretta's War Sickle. Intricately crafted silver war sickle wielded by Loretta, Knight of the Haligtree. Originally given for service as a personal guard to Carian royalty, the weapon's blue glintstone has been replaced with unalloyed gold. So unalloyed gold typically relates to Melania. Almost every single time you see that very specific phrase, unalloyed gold, it deals with Melania. Okay. And then the spell. Sorcery used by Loretta, Knight of the Haligtree, creates a magic great bow and fires 4 great arrows simultaneously. Charging enhances potency. Hold to keep the great arrows knocked. Developed by Loretta after her long bloody journey to seek out a place where the Albinorics could live in peace. So Loretta basically led the Albinorics here, or at least whether or not she led them here is unclear because there's not many Albinorics here. But she was at least responsible for attempting to bring them here. She found the way. Okay. So normally I would leave it here, but there's just a little bit more to do. Yeah, there it is. It's like elevator, staircase. Okay. So clearly this is not over. We have only just scratched the surface of the Haligtree. Similar to Lane Dell, the royal capital, there is a city built around the Haligtree. Just like how Lane Dell is built around the Erd Tree. Candy. Giving them out like candy. Yeah, so there's a city built around the Haligtree. So we're going to get to the next side of Grace, and then we'll end it there. The elevators in this place move very quickly because it has to cover so much ground. Welcome to Elphael, Brace of the Haligtree. So this is a city built to brace the Haligtree, to keep it up. That's why there are pylons and pillars in the water that are angling and pushing into the Haligtree. It's keeping it propped up. So instead of building a city to sort of like revere a tree, they built the city to protect a tree. Okay. That's the one enemy we're going to fight in Elphael here. All right. I'm aware of who's standing here, but we're going to talk about her next time. All right. I only need how much? 5K? 2,000. I don't know if that's enough. I need 40 runes. Are you kidding? I mean, okay. It's the principle. I can't crack open a rune for 40 runes. Great. Problem has been solved. Oops. Okay. One other thing I need to check on. Do I have enough to level this up again? That's your arms in. Yeah, okay, I do. So we're going to push this flail to 25. We're going to need it. We're going to need it. Okay. So that's it for this section of the walkthrough. Next time, we're going to continue through Elphael, Brace of the Haligtree. Just trying to think. There's a lot to do in here. It's a legacy dungeon, for sure. But there is a lot to do. There are several mini-bosses. 2 I can think of off the top of my head. An invasion questline. The big boss. Ton of enemies. Lots of nooks and crannies. I think this is going to take us 2 videos to complete Elphael. I think it's going to take 2. You know, I'm not against making a 2-hour video, but the final boss here might take me a long time. So I don't want to, you know, and I just don't want to start a 2-hour video, then risk having to just cut it. But yeah, so we'll think of a route through here, and then we'll pick it up next time. But that's it for now. Let me give a thank you to my channel members. Thank you very much to John Aldrich, Tammy Skinner, Hector J. Estrada, Joe Saunders, Daniel Cockriel, Spencer Young, Phoenix Loader, Jude Lazowski, B-Tide, The Old One, Good Luck, Stu J. Mac 26, and Ryan Holzman. Thank you all so much for the support. It is greatly appreciated. All right, if you're looking for more guides for Elden Ring, please subscribe to the channel so you get alerted when new guides go live. If you're interested in supporting the channel monetarily, you can do so by becoming a channel member by clicking the blue join button below this video. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter and join my Discord. Links for those are in the description below. As always, I'm SweetJohnnyCage. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.